Hi, thank you for your interest in Levy. My name is François Gao, and I'm going to walk you through why we created this new product called GrowthHive. First off, as you can see on the screen here, it's about shaping your story from strategy to success. What we found out in the past 2 years as we launched this product, that it is very important to think through your strategy first and implement tactics to develop your presence in the market, shaping your story and get success. It all starts with one simple thing. We aim to create buzz, and we do this three ways. One, we need to first connect with our current customers. Like I say in many of my papers, this is all about selling more and communicating more with the people you know and the people that know you. Two, it's expanding your reach. Expand is about grabbing new customers in new markets or launching new product to existing customers. Think of it as one distance from the core. And third, as you progress, is to amplify your message and then becoming a little more viral and grabbing attention span for certain customers or prospects that you had never talked before in completely new markets and or in markets that have not been saturated yet. So create buzz comes first. Then what we found out, there is not enough to create buzz and leads, we got to convert them. And this is where magic happens and the cash comes in the hive, as we say. After you've done connect, expand, amplify, you should start to get traction and lead. And this is where convert comes together. This is where our Levy touch, as we call it, comes in with decades of experience in managing very large sales team to get conversions done right. So, after you created buzz and got conversion, you should get what we call ROMI, which is return on marketing investment. The promise is about 9x, meaning for every dollar you spend into your marketing program, you should aim to have at least 10 times that in increased sales so that you can at least recover your cost and make money. So we do this by our expertise in the B2B space. That's all we do. We are very entrenched into industrial market. What I like to say is we can help you if you make stuff or help people make stuff. And as you can see here, we have a couple more tools to help you better prepare for your future journey. One, take a tour and see what we do and how we do it, and then think of it in your own world. How would a tour like this look for you guys in the year of pandemic when people don't come visit you? And also we have a calculator that helps you begin setting your budget. So if I click on set your budget, I get to a different page that helps me start filling in my numbers, get my result, and see how we can help you reach your goals. And there is a video on that explains how it works here. So this is the high-level tour, and then watch the next video on getting into GrowthHives. Welcome back. Now I'm going to give you a tour on what GrowthHive is all about. So once you get on levyind.com, click on the GrowthHive button on the top, and now we can see the 3 levels explains a little bit deeper. Connect, as we saw in the previous video, allows you to talk to your existing customers. This is kind of like step 1. For a few months, we're going to help you grab your list of contacts, segment them, dedupe them, clean them up, draft some newsletters that we can send every month to our customers about what happened the past 30 days, what's happening, what's new, some tips on how to use your products or services, and start or augment your social media strategy with at least 2 posts per week. Once you get into expand, we adding a layer on top of Connect, using marketing automation tools, allowing you to go deeper in persona segmentation, by market, auto industry, by region, by roles, by industry, etc., etc. You can score your leads. We can implement workflows that nurture the people from interest to buying consideration to requiring for a quote or something like that. And then we do a lot of testing. So as you can see, we've expanded our offering to capture on the newsletter, the social media, but also adding targeted mailers, prospect list development, acquiring new contacts, and basic search engine optimization or SEO. To the far right, as you can see, Amplify is the next level. This is when we take everything we've done in Connect and Expand and augmenting even further with advanced lead scoring, smart messaging, nurturing workflow that are a lot deeper, more social, more targeted, and then we're introducing the concept of blogs. And on optional basis, we can also work with video, which is the fastest growing lead generation item that we have now. In Amplify, we also add in the concept of market mapping, which is working with your team to figure out where is the pot of gold, where is that sweet spot that's going to allow us to be much more efficient. It's one thing I say, it's better to be 1 inch wide, 1 mile deep into a market rather than trying to capture everybody everywhere. We also help some of our customers with branding and positioning, meaning once we got the market mapping, it's ideal to spend a day or two trying to understand how we're going to reuse all those brand elements and combine them to create a positioning that would work in any of these markets we've chosen to pay. And Amplify also give you access to what we call paid digital advertising, which is this idea of following people that would be interested into your product or services by the use of keywords and do some behavioral segmenting, allowing us to go find them where they're going every day to find ideas about your product. And it might not be in the trade associations that we typically advertise in. So this is really unique and it's starting to pay benefit. What comes with GrowthHive is this idea of conversion, converting faster. Some say that when I get a quote first, this is the one that's going to get the job. So the idea is to get leads faster through the conversion than any one of your competitor. The first to get the quote, you usually get the job. So you may have a CRM, and frankly speaking, if that is the only thing you use, I call it the circle of death for leads, because it's too long before you get them engaged into your marketing stroke sales journey. So we add a CRM if you don't have one, or we make your CRM jazz, meaning get a little bit more results and engagement through marketing automation. We filter those leads before they come to the sales folks. And in certain cases, as you can see in the bottom, we do a pretty deep automation to make it work with your ERP, maybe adding e-commerce to some people that need it, and so forth. So that's what GrowthHive is really. Connect, expand, amplify, convert. So don't hesitate to ask any questions. Get started here, and get started to get you straight into our evaluation form. Create an account, tell us your details, and what we're going to do is about an hour or two of work to analyze your brands, your marketing initiatives, and so forth, and then we're going to provide you with a report and review the results with you and make a recommendation as to which of those levels in GrowthHives and options are more relevant to you. So go in there and start clicking in. Hi, welcome back. This is Francois again. After the why, we should consider GrowthHive, and after looking at what GrowthHive do, let's look at how we do it. So once you reach the LevyInd website, LevyInd.com website, click on the expertise button here to start. And this is our process. In a simple description, we start by spending quite a bit of time with your team and your leaders, and oftentimes maybe your customers, to understand what works, what's the ideal customer, what's the product that we should be focusing on, product or services, what is the geography that we're looking at, etc., etc. Once we got the understanding of the business plan to a degree, we can put a marketing plan on top of it, and then we start creating content in step 2. This is like newsletter, blogs, videos, and so forth. One of the most important part is to automate all that. So now that we've figured out all the contacts, the companies, the products, the services, the geographies, etc., etc., how do we automate delivery content so we don't miss a beat? So sometimes I'm looking at some products, sometimes I'm looking at some services through keyword searches, I'm landing into our website, I'm a UFO, I'm not identified yet, and then I come back again, and then finally identify myself and says, I'd like to have more information about this. So this is what happened behind the scene. We'll look at every new entry into universe of your website or your social streams, and then we make connections so we can deliver them and present them with content we created in a strategic way to deliver results and eventually create a lead that we pass on to the Salesforce when the score has hit a certain threshold. So we avoid bad leads essentially. The fourth step, it's an ongoing step. It's kind of like every month meeting 30 minutes to every week, meeting an hour to and more with your team to review the results and making changes essentially on the fly. Now, a little more about how it works, going into the GrowthHive of the menu here, and then I'd like to spend a few more minutes about the how it works from a payback perspective. We all know that we're going to make investments, and we probably already have budget for marketing. We expect some time it's going to take to have traction on the market, and we should expect a payback. That's what makes us really different at Levy. So we created this little chart for you guys to see how those 3 platforms or 3 levels actually perform on the market. Connect is a pretty small investment, couple $1,000, and gets you results within 2 to 3 months, and a payback usually about 3x what you put in. Okay. When you get to expand, this is a little more expensive, twice as much as Connect as usual, and it takes about twice as long to get traction, because now we're talking about social and targeting and smart messaging, which takes a little more time to get in, and we get about 5x what we put in. Amplify obviously is where we'd like to be, where the investment is about 3 times Connect and takes about 6 to 9 months to get in and gets you about 9 times the investment that you put in. So most of the customers start at Connect, grow into Expand about 3 months to 6 months later, and grow into Amplify another 3 to 6 months after starting with Expand. So this is why we have those 3 tiers, and the type of payback you should expect and the time to cash you should expect. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Click on any of our links here to contact or to grab more information and or request time with us. The other way you can do it is click on Get Started at any point and start filling the form. Create your account with Levy. Tell us the details that you want us to work on, and we'll look at it, review the results, and within a day or 2 get back to you with our recommendation as to which level you should get in, and would love to work with you and listen to your challenges. So have a grand day, and thank you so much for interest in GrowthHive. Take care.